Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, September 13, 2022. And giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Chicago Cubs vs New York Mets. The newly formatted MLB playoff format should make for more competitive baseball down the stretch. While both the Mets and Braves are nearly assured of making the playoffs at this point, the division winner will likely earn a first-round bye in the NL playoffs. With that in mind, the Mets have every incentive to win the division and earn that first-round bye. With older pitchers like Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom and Carlos Carrasco, the Mets would benefit more than most teams from less games in the playoffs. With that in mind, the Mets need series wins over teams like the Cubs. After losing the opener, the pressure is on New York to take care of business in the final 2 games. On Wednesday, the Mets will likely turn to Peterson to slow down the Cubs' attack. The Mets may be motivated to start Peterson given the Cubs' 15-26 record this season against left-handed starters. The Mets, on the other hand, are 28-20 against left-handed starters. The Mets' offense will be a bit hampered with the loss of Sterling Marte due to a finger issue, but they have enough firepower to take down the Cubs in an important game for the Mets. Our team pick is Mets for the win. Looking at the previous 7 starts for both pitchers, Drew Smyly is 3-2 with a 2.29 ERA and a 0.99 WHIP, while David Peterson is 2-2 with a 4.10 ERA and a 1.56 WHIP in his last 7 games, 5 starts. Looking at the offenses in a month span of games, there are some signs showing that they are not going to put up a crooked number, as the Cubs are averaging 3.68 runs per game in their last 28 games, while the Mets are scoring 4.3 runs per game in their previous 27 games played. All in all, go with the under here, as it seems to be the better play in this game. Our total pick is under the total. Baltimore Orioles vs Washington Nationals. The Orioles aren't playing well at the moment, and they've lost 3 of their last 5 games. They are now 5.5 games behind the Blue Jays, who are in the 3rd AL wildcard spot and will try to avoid falling further behind their rivals with a win on Wednesday. Baltimore is averaging 4.16 runs per game. Their .235 batting average is 21st in the league. Their .303 on-base percentage is 25th, while their .388 slugging percentage is 19th. Our team pick is the Nationals struggled since their series win over the New York Mets, losing 5 of their last 6 games since. They will try to turn things around with a win over the Orioles, which will give them their 2nd win in their last 7 games. Washington is averaging 3.87 runs per game. Their .252 batting average is 10th in the league. Their .315 on-base percentage is 14th, while their .382 slugging percentage is 23rd. Lane Thomas leads the Nationals with a .255 batting average and 15 home runs, while Nelson Cruz leads the team with 64 RBI. The Orioles are coming off 2 consecutive series losses, but they would be confident coming into this game after winning 4 of their last 5 games against the Nationals. They aren't playing very well offensively at the moment, but they won't have trouble scoring runs in this game because Corbin has struggled on the mound, giving up 8 runs in his last 3 starts. He has struggled against the Orioles, going 1-4 in 6 starts against them, while giving up 17 runs in his last 4 starts against them, so expect him to have a hard time slowing them down in this game. The Nationals have also struggled in recent games, losing 5 of their last 6 contests. Even though they are playing well offensively during the slump, they won't score a lot of runs in this game because Wells has done a good job on the mound for the Orioles, especially on the road where he gave up 6 runs in his last 4 starts. He didn't give up a run in his lone start against the Nationals and will keep their offense in check, so go with Baltimore to cover the money line. Our team pick is Baltimore Orioles for the win. Starting pitcher Tyler Wells has struggled a little bit lately as he has allowed 10 runs in his last 11.1 innings. They have been making it up as they also have one of the better young hitters in right fielder Anthony Santander, .793 ops, 27 HRs, but has been patient as of late as he has drawn 7 walks in the last 15 games he has been a part of. The Orioles have been doing well throughout the season and need to bounce back if they want to win games and have meaningful games in October. Lance Thomas, .734 ops, 6 SB, has been one of their best hitters in their lineup and has recorded 22 hits in his last 15 games. Patrick Corbin will start on the mound and struggled back on June 22 when he faced the Orioles as he lost by going 4 innings and allowed 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 homers, with a walk and 6 strikeouts. The bullpen has been less than league average this season as they are 21st with a 4.14 reliever ERA. These teams are not considered offensive juggernauts, and expecting a run per inning seems ludicrous. These starting pitchers have been doing well throughout their September starts, as Tyler Wells is pitching to a 4.50 ERA during the month, while Patrick Corbin has a 3.95 ERA so far. In the 11 September games for both offenses, there has been a decent offensive showing, as Baltimore is scoring 3.64 runs per game, while Washington is averaging 5.45 runs per game. The under has hit in each of the previous 5 games against one another, so go with under 8.5 runs in this game. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. Kansas City Royals vs Minnesota Twins. Kansas City is looking to put the finishing touches on what has been another disappointing season. The Royals were competitive for a stretch in early August, but they have not won more than 2 consecutive games in more than a month. They have lost 7 of their last 11 games entering this series, including 2 out of 3 against Detroit over the weekend. Kansas City was able to salvage the series with a 4-0 win on Sunday. The Royals are now on a 6-game road trip that will conclude with 3 games at Boston this weekend. They have the 3rd worst record in the American League and are likely going to be eliminated from playoff contention by the end of the weekend. Minnesota has not been able to find a consistent level of winning baseball this season, which has been frustrating for its fan base. The Twins went on a 5-game winning streak at the end of August, but they have lost 9 of their 11 games since then. They dropped 3 out of 4 games against the Yankees last week, before getting swept by Cleveland in a crucial series over the weekend. Minnesota is now 5 games back of Cleveland and 3 games behind Chicago in the American League Central, so the Twins cannot afford any more mishaps down the stretch if they want to have a shot at making the playoffs. Sports betting is not about betting on teams to win, it is about finding value on the price. This game is a shining example of that principle, as Minnesota is the better team, but there is no value in backing the Twins at -200. I would much rather play Kansas City as a +180 underdog with Greinke on the mound. He has been solid since the beginning of August, and Gray is due for some regression. The Twins have practically choked away their chance of making the playoffs over the past week, so I want no part of backing them as heavy favorites. Our team pick is Kansas City +180. Kansas City is second last in the division. They will end the season last, or second last in the division, and they do not have a chance of making the playoffs. The Royals have been poor on offense and have not had good pitching this season, except for Brady Singer. Kansas City has been poor on offense this season. They are bottom 10 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Bobby Witt leads the team in runs, hits, and RBIs. Salvador Perez and Bobby Witt each led the team in home runs. The Royals' pitching staff has been poor this season. As a team, they are bottom 10 in the league in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, walks allowed, strikeouts, whip, and batting average against. Minnesota has been average on offense this season. They are around the middle of the league in runs, hits, home runs, RBIs, batting average, and SLG. Byron Buxton is top 15 in the MLB in home runs. The Twins' pitching staff has been average this season. As a team, they are around the middle of the league in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, walks allowed, strikeouts, and whip. Sonny Gray has been solid at home this year. They are bottom 10 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, OBP, SLG, and OPS. The Royals have struggled versus Gray and they will struggle to hit him once again. This will be a lower scoring game and the under will hit.